Owen Burrows and the green team's Wasl Storm has been out on the track at Epsom this morning, just getting used to his surroundings ahead of his run in the Betfred Derby. Owen, you're fairly happy with what you saw this morning?
Yeah, look, it was a sort of easy exercise for him, but I was keen to, give him a little bit more experience because obviously he's only ran the 3 times, and all this year didn't get any sort of experience last year. But he took a nice enthusiastic hold. Dave said, just took a stride or two to get balance down the hill, but that's why we're here. And I was really pleased. Last couple of furlongs, he really galloped out strong. So I was happy.
When did the Betfred Derby come on the radar for him?
Probably when Ahmed put the hammer down.
Really?
Yeah. He said I got sent him sort of summertime last year, and he had a dream of he was going to be a Derby horse. I'm not sure how, but he had that dream. And to be fair, when I started working him, he showed a level that he certainly had ability. Went a bit weak at the back end, so he didn't run him, but. He was showing enough again this year, and look, we were probably a little bit disappointed at Newbury first time, but I knew he would need the run. But mentally, he wasn't at the races first time. He was concentrating on something else. He was much better at Lingfield, and then he was very good at Chester. And as we touched on there, it's a good mental test, Chester. There's a lot of people sort of close to you, and I think he will take a nice step forward from that. Look, we're very pleased with him.
So Chester was built into the plan. Obviously, Ahmed was very, very keen to try and buy horses for the Betfred Derby, and Chester was a nice stepping stone for that plan.
It's a touchdown. It's a good test of a horse there. Timing wise it worked well, so it just gave me, he'd had sort of 3 runs reasonably quickly, and it's just given me a chance to just give him a sort of easy week after that. But it worked out well. It was only a maiden. We're not talking he's won one of the trials or anything, but time will tell how good a race it was. But he did it, out from the front and sort of set his own fractions and kept stretching and galloped right to the line, and they couldn't catch him. So as a touchdown, there might be 1 or 2 of these which might not stay in the Derby, whereas he should be still galloping right through the line.
I think that's his biggest strength, his stamina.
I think so. Yeah. Look, he's obviously got that pedigree as such that he should be staying further, and I dare say some stage through the season now we will step up to sort of mile 6, and Ahmed has mentioned the Ledger, if he justifies that he's good enough for that, then again, Diarra Mile was 4th last year here, and look, he was 3rd and then got demoted to 4th in the Ledger, but sort of similar sort of profile as such.
Certainly got a bit of charm about him, hasn't he, because of his unfashionable pedigree and his price tag, which is a cool story.
Exactly, that's the story as such, isn't it? Because I've never trained in a Finnissy. I had to look him up to see who he was, and my jump contacts sort of we like him. He's a good jump stallion. He is.
Pop him over hurdle next year.
Well, look, but interesting. He's not a big sort of typical jumping type of horse, is he? He's a good size, well balanced, moves well. So look, fingers crossed.
Just quickly, the latest on Falakere. I know that you were probably less keen to run in the Betfred Oaks after her run in Newmarket. Has that swayed at all in favour of running her?
It's still up for discussion. Hopefully we might sort of in the next sometime this week hopefully have an answer, but. It's a tough one because there is only one Oaks. Doesn't look like there's going to be a huge field, but just with her run style, and I know Jim sort of thinks that possibly a 1.5 miles on a sort of track like this might not really suit her. She's obviously in the French Oaks the following weekend. It's a nice problem to have, but we haven't quite sorted it yet.
When you say her run style, do you just think it might be quite a big ask to do it from the front and over the trip?
I don't think she necessarily needs to lead. Okay. They need to go a nice gallop. She's quite on her forehand a little bit, and just down the hill, etc. You just worry a little bit, and certainly 1.5 miles. Look, I think she's very good, and class might get her through, but we're still in talks.
Well, they certainly both have their followers, I'm sure. Best of luck if Falakere does run, and also for our Wasl Storm.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.